Britain with a lot to prove.
National anthems will be played, and we will hope that everybody respects the anthems of both countries. Thank you.
17 times Great Britain and France students have met, 15 times France have won. Just the one victory for Great Britain so far.
With attention, ladies and gentlemen, hot refreshments are available from the kiosk in front of the main pavilion during the course of the game. If you feel the pinch for the weather, hot drinks, etc. are available from the kiosk in front of the main pavilion. Thank you.
The Great Britain side tonight confident of picking up a victory against this French team. Certainly one or two names for the future in their side. Fullback Mark Calverley, two So an interesting game here in store at a very muddy, cold Thrum Hall. Great Britain confident of picking up only their second victory since 1973 against the French students. They line up at fullback Mark Calverley, 2 Colin Atkinson, 3 Mark Richardson, 4 Alan Hardman, Jamie Woodward at 5, Russell Hensley and Gerard Groom at halfback, Andrew Sinclair, Damien Colony, Simon Orr making up the front row, David Webster, Michael Keebles, the captain, the second row, Simon Longstaff, loose forward, subs Steve Callow, Jamie Hassard, Simon Hawkin and Tim Parkin. Their coach, Mike Peniston, assistant coach, Ray Duckworth. French team lineup at fullback, Sylvain Krismanovic, 2 is Norbert Foucault, 3 France Marshall, 4 Vincent Ballou, 5 Cyril Pons, Stéphane Joseph, Nicolas Fabry. Halfbacks, the front row, Patrick Tagand, Charles Guidicelli, Frank Humbar. The second row, Nicolas Rare, 12 Bernard Long, 13 Daniel Grandjean. Referee tonight, another Frenchman, Monsieur Serge Hickenbick. So just seconds away from this very important warm-up to the World Cup series, which starts of course in the summer this year. And this game could be a very vital indicator as to who the favourites will be for that World Cup. So away we go. France kicking from left to right. Britain, of course, in those usual white jerseys. Immediately making good ground, just 10 yards short of the 25-yard line. Being front row forward, driving forward, trying to make more ground. Tackled well though by France, and already there seems to be a French player in trouble. On the far side, the hooker Charles Guidicelli. But the game continues. And that's a good kick for touch that Cyril Pons can do little about. And so Great Britain immediately moving into their visitors' half and applying the pressure. Game held up for a little while. Mr. Hickey Mick allowing time for Guidicelli to get back to that scrum, but the hooker having his leg patched up, but still looking in a great deal of pain. Ball's fed, comes out. But as Gerard Groom, to use the English accent, tries to make a break, the penalty's given for offside at the scrum. Kicked into touch, and that will give France back the advantage. As I said, 1973, the first time these two teams met. Since then, it's been fixture rather dominated by the French. Won 15. Great Britain have just won the once. But a good deal of confidence in the British camp tonight. They feel they've assembled a team that are gelling well, and a side that will be going well for the World Cup in the summer. The ball's knocked to ground. There's a scramble for it, and referee surely have little hesitation in giving the scrum down. Groom it will be to feed. Takes the ball at the back of the scrum, not as cleanly as he would have liked perhaps, but possession nonetheless, and that's the most important thing. Away it goes to the right. Yeah, that's a nice run by Mark Richardson from Loughborough University. Britain trying to keep up the momentum. The referee spotting an incident in the tackle. Penalty goes Britain's way. Russell Hensley, big night for him, and a big game coming up at the weekend, I do believe, because I'm told that he stands to break into the Swinton first team this weekend. Puts the ball into touch with a good kick. Ball irretrievable. And the players trying to find another one quickly, which they do. Tap, Andrew Sinclair driving forward. One of several Sheffield University players in this British side. Back it comes again, but a little misunderstanding. Simon Longstaff lets the ball slip through his fingers, and Groom drops on it, but it's a knock forward. I rather suspect that the longer this game goes, the more muddy this pitch is going to be. As Britain win the ball again, moving away well. That's a good break by Russell Hensley. Hensley's still going. He puts it out wide, and this is going to be a try. Alan Hardman, the scorer from South Glamorgan Institute. Just 3 minutes into this first half, and a marvellous try by Great Britain and a marvellous start to the match. It all started really with a mistake by the French, losing possession. Russell Hensley moving the ball away well, and there was Alan Hardman on the overlap to go in. Just the start that Britain needed. Hardman himself is going to attempt the goal. Not from too difficult distance either. This really would be a boost for Britain to jump into a 6-point lead so early into the match. Takes his time and then slots that left foot short straight between the two sticks, and so Britain into a 6-point lead. Well, that's just the advantage you need on a night like this. And now the ball firmly in the court of the French, because they will have to fight back immediately. We're looking for points as soon as possible to unsettle the British, but at the moment it's Great Britain with a definite advantage. Restart rather quickly again. But Britain, confidence now in their side, moving the ball away nicely again. Oh, this looks promising once more for Great Britain. This time the pass a little too high for Jamie Woodward. And the chance lost. But Britain again stretching that French defence over on the left. France now with the ball, looking to make ground inside British territory. Tagand gets the ball out nicely to Nicolas Fabry, who is tackled well as France were beginning to look dangerous. Joseph puts it away again. Well, that's a loose pass. A loose pass indeed. And the result is a knock-on and a scrum down. The rain has been falling almost continuously here in Yorkshire for all day today and yesterday as well. The pitch certainly not in tip-top condition, but the referee deciding it was playable, and this being such an important match, then really it had to go ahead anyway. "6-0 though for Britain, 6 minutes gone. Oh, nicely cut inside by Longstaff. Playing in familiar surroundings, of course, a player in the Halifax first team squad. Webster, from acting halfback, throws a ball back, nicely cut inside, and that's a good kick for touch. Just drifts back into play though. Fullback Ballou. Tackle just on his own 25-yard line. France now looking to break clear. Hooker Gudelec-Celli, obviously injured in the opening minutes, but seems to have recovered well. And that's a good kick that's going to have Calverley chasing back to retrieve. Picks it up on his own 25, begins the long run back towards the French line. Dummies 3 defenders, cuts back inside, and that's a good run by Calverley. Clears his ground well. Instructions being barked at the French players by one of their coaching staff in front of us. As Britain try pulling off a neat handling move, but doesn't quite come away. Instead, Tagand takes the ball for the French. Come on, get it down. Gudelec-Celli suddenly finds himself surrounded by English players. Simon Longstaff amongst them. Forward. Oh, that's a nice play by Damien Connolly. Spotted that there was no one at the acting halfback position and dived in quickly to get the ball back for Britain. Come on, move it quick, down bottom. Sinclair, big bulldozing forward. Sinclair loses the ball. Referee spots it and decides that the French player was at fault there, and so it'll be a penalty to Great Britain. It's a good kick into touch. That will push the French way back into their own 25. Give Britain the advantage as they look to build on that early Alan Hardman try. Taken quickly. Simon Orr goes driving forward. Tackled well though by the French. Back it comes again. The ball rolled along the ground. Play on, says the referee. Sinclair still going forward, but eventually pushed over. Still Britain. Scrum half does well, gets the ball across. It's a bad pass, but this is a chance for Great Britain. Mark Richardson going in at the corner, but tackled into touch just before he can cross that try line. But once again, that French defence stretched to the limit when the ball moved wide. And there's certainly a bright opening for Great Britain. Scored one try and certainly ruffled the defence on several other occasions, and this is another good run from the scrum half. It's going to be a try. That's try number 2. Gerard Groom, the scorer. And this is looking already as though it's going to be a rout for Great Britain. A try coming in the 11th minute. More good play by the half-backs, finding the French lacking in the defensive department. Again, Hardman will have the chance to add to the try with his kick at goal. Left-footed kicker on his natural side and just squeezes the ball between the posts to make it 12 points to 0. An exceptional start then for Great Britain. Really were confident coming into this game, but I'm sure they couldn't have envisaged a start like this to be 12 points up with barely 12 minutes on the board. Again, the determination is there for all to see. Calverley pushing forward, takes 3 tacklers to keep him down. Groom jinked through once, but not this time. Ball played back and a long kick downfield, but it'll be stale to fullback Chris Manovich. Clears the ball to within about 5 yards of the halfway line. France then anxious to get points back on the board. But at the moment, there's no way through this Great Britain tackling. They're tackling very well indeed. Blues plays it out wide.
Look at them all, they bloody mad.
Passing again, leaving a little to be desired from the French. Almost losing possession, just managed to regain it. But they're certainly looking rattled at the moment. 12 points down. Ball pushed back again, a high kick that should give Calverley very little trouble indeed, as it doesn't. And he does very well, not only in taking the ball, but getting it away as well. Good driving, strong run from Andrew Sinclair. That's a good kick. That's going to trickle into touch. And the touch judge deciding that a Frenchman got a hand to it or a boot to it before it went out of play, and so it'll be Britain's put in at the scrum. Well, certainly we're seeing tonight evidence, I think, of just how much British student rugby league has come on over the years. And certainly when a student side can boast 4 or 5 players who have experience with league sides, then That's a sign that it's in a healthy state indeed. But it's France with possession, looking to make ground. But so far it's the Brits who have shined. Little scrum half trying to find a way through. Nicolas Fabry. This looks like it could be another tester for Calverley. He chases back. But that's a very good kick indeed, actually. Atkinson finding it very difficult to keep it in play. And indeed failing. Fed again for Britain. It's going to come out Britain's ball as well. But again, not the clean service that Groom would have liked. "16 minutes gone. Britain lead 12 points to 0. And at the moment, Luke in absolute control. And that's a good kick from Longstaff. Ballou, though, takes it well on the bounce. He's the French captain. Turn back inside again. French forwards queuing up, looking for the ball. But the Britain defence queuing up, looking to make the tackle, and making the tackle as well. So play taken just to about 10 yards short of the 25-yard line. Little chip forward. That's one for the winger to chase. It's also one that Gerard Groom covers very well to make it safe for Britain. This is Woodward. Cuts inside. Oh, nice play by Longstaff. Connolly up at acting halfback. It's going to be a big kick forward again. And Mark Calverley, the victim of an incident that took place after he kicked the ball. The touch judge, in no doubt as to who the culprit was, points him out to the referee. And as Calverley lies on the floor being treated, the referee has given a penalty about 5 yards into the Britain half for that incident. Of course, the penalty always given where the ball lands or where play finishes. Britain lining up then, ready to launch another offensive on this French defence, looking for their third try of the evening so far. But the ball is spilled and France back in possession. And as they recover the ball, I can tell you that Mark Calverley at the other end of the field has picked himself to his feet and rather groggily walks back towards the action. Scrum down then, approximately on the France 25. It's going to be put in by Groom from Sheffield University. fed well. And the France up very quickly indeed. And Atkinson still going. Midway through the first half, Britain in possession and with the lead, 12 points to 0. Looking to stretch this French defence one more time. Playing the ball up the middle though at the moment.
Get him onside.
They've looked most dangerous though when that ball has been spun to either wing. So drop goal attempt. The fullback recovers. France then with the ball, beginning to move well again. Such a typical aspect of France play is moving well off the ball. And when the French team is in form, then they can be quite brilliant to watch. But unfortunately, in recent years, all too often, their senior colleagues haven't found the form that they really can produce. Britain now in possession. Ball again moved towards this left wing. And that rather plain to see. Nicholas Rare throwing a loose punch at Jamie Woodward. Rather a silly thing to do because the touch judge was right there.
Get it in, big.
And gives the referee the graphic details of what he saw. Well, in fact, the decision goes the other way, much to the surprise of many supporters. Decided that Woodward was at fault, pushing his elbow into the Frenchman's face before he was the victim. And so France with possession, with a penalty on the 25-yard line. This is dangerous for Great Britain. It's splayed out wide. There's Frenchmen running left, right and centre, but Britain's defence covers well. They keep the Frenchmen at bay and push them further back. But France still eager to look for a way through the defence. Ballou, the captain. Turned inside again.
Give it that number 6.
Some good strong tackles going in. And considering that France started in possession on the 25-yard line, Britain have done very well indeed. Britain then back with the ball.
Could you get him off? Dirty buggers.
So Britain then, having weathered that little storm, have the chance to break out again.
Yeah, what's that
Hardman. Still Hardman. He's still going. He's taken off 3 tackles. But eventually he's crunched by 2 French players and the ball squirts out of his hands. France back with the ball. 25 minutes gone. Still Britain lead courtesy of those 2 tries by Groom and Hardman. All their points coming in the first 11 minutes. Conditions very difficult for rugby league tonight. It's a very greasy pitch, very muddy as well, and a biting cold wind. All adds up to a handling nightmare. Groom comes away with the ball, feeds it on well. The ball lost again. And a fight breaking out in the centre of the field. The referee there to see it. Difficult to say who started it or what the cause was, but certainly the Frenchman kicking out and the British player throwing out with his fist. Mr. Hickingpick calling out players from either side just to calm matters down. But a penalty for Great Britain. You get the feeling that just below the surface of this game there's a little bit of niggling tension. And Mr. Hickingpick certainly will have a difficult task keeping that in hand. But it's Britain with possession inside the French 25. Chance again for them to stretch that lead. Driving forward, tackled well though by the French. Takes play a little closer to that line. Ball moved out left. Still going, another driving run, but again France doing very well to pull the man down. Groom switches the play. Again a poor pass. Atkinson takes it well on the right hand side, but he's forced out into touch. Not for the first time. Poor handling, letting Britain down on the attack. Certainly if that pass had gone to hand, then they would have been in a very promising position indeed. But as it is, a scrum down. France then trying to break clear, looking to kick the ball, but Britain's defence up sharp. This time they do get the boot, but it's not a very good one. Quite easily for Calverley to recover the ball, but unfortunately heads off on a one-way route to the touchline. France now on the attack, looking sharp, players running well. Britain's defence a little bedraggled for the moment, but they recover well. And Ballou eventually forced to the floor. Britain now surging forward on the defence, tackling well again. The referee deciding another infringement. And that kick by Krismanovic, not finding touch. Here comes Atkinson. But a good tackle by the French to keep Britain deep in their own 25. Moves it left again. Long stuff dummying, but the French player not taking it. Thrown back. The fullback again though having little trouble in taking the high kick. Fourcade. Ball moved out. But this British tackling certainly been very strong tonight so far. That very little fear through. Again, France making very little ground indeed, in fact forced backwards. And they have to depend on the kick to beat the defence. Calverley a little jittily, but takes it eventually, turns it nicely inside. Good play between the fullback and his left winger, Jamie Woodward. And some good surging running by Britain. Oh, that's nice play by Great Britain, and this is looking good again as they break on the right. Tackle eventually 15 yards inside the French half, but certainly they've got the momentum now. Still moving it well, keeping the ball alive for as long as possible. Eventually play stopped, but only momentarily as Britain begin again a little chip forward. That's one for everyone to chase. And rather by good luck, rather than good management, France back in possession. These two sides certainly willing to move the ball around despite the conditions. And the handful of spectators who've made the trip to Thrum Hall tonight certainly enjoying a lively game of rugby league, and one that Great Britain leads at the moment with just over 10 minutes to half time. 12 points to nil the advantage. Scrum down just inside the French half. Timeout as British player receives attention. Not quite sure who it is. Could be Mark Calverley. Yes, it is. It's Mark Calverley, who has been in trouble with injury already this match. Certainly having a rough ride of it. But he's fit enough to carry on playing so far. France, though, come away with the ball from the scrum. They're turning inside, looking to catch Britain on the hop. But another crunching tackle from Great Britain. And if France have been having things a little their way in the past years, then they'll be learning to respect Great Britain a whole lot more after tonight. The scrum half again, the main motivator of this French side, it appears. France caught rather flat again though. Again making very little progress from their 6 tackles. Chip forward. And a kick that just evades Colin Atkinson. A very good kick for touch. France come away with the ball again. This could be dangerous for Great Britain. They move it well. Joseph moves up to acting halfback. Flicks it onto the scrum half. The scrum half moves it on again to Ballou, who gets the ball out well. Rare, I think, making good progress, and this could be a French try. Referee having a close look, but stopped. Yes, it's given. Oh well. The referee pointing to the exact spot where the ball was put down, in case any British players weren't convinced that that was a try. David Grandguillon celebrating a try that puts France back in the game. And just the right time for them to score from their point of view. 37 minutes gone. And a score that would be a great boost for them at half-time. There's certainly plenty of debate over that try, and I'm sure the Great Britain players will be debating in the dressing room at half-time whether that was indeed a score. Grandguillon forcing his way over from a rare pass. The referee took a good, long, hard look, and in the end deciding that the ball had been put down. This is Chris Manovich. Doesn't let the cries put him off. Slots the ball between the posts. It's 12 points to 6. On the verge of half-time. So France will have got a good deal of heart from that try. Great Britain realising that the task is not as easy as it seemed in the first 12 minutes. Britain now breaking away again. It would be a fine time for them to score as well. Hardman tackled just inside the 25-yard line. Britain anxious to restore that lead. A good break again towards the wing. Tackle just short. Acting halfback tries to go himself. But France have the situation covered. No, the ball is moved out well. It's ballooned up across the right, but the French out quickly to make the tackle and to stem the flow of Britain's attack. And the ball fumbled in the mud, and the chance again is lost. France now will just be content to hold on to the ball and play timeout to half-time. As another British player receives attention. Back it goes for the kick forward upfield. Again, Atkinson put under a great deal of pressure by that kick to touch. This time he deals with it well. And the referee blows the half-time whistle. A first half that Great Britain can be confident and content with, apart from that try. So the French coach showing his players very little mercy. Been in for the interval for about 5 minutes, that's all. And they've been sent back out to complete the job that they only started 3 minutes before the half-time. The first half very much belonging to Great Britain for the most part. It looked as though it was going to be a runaway victory in the first 11 minutes or so. Alan Hartman going in for a try in the third minute rather, and goaling, and then 8 minutes later rather, Gerard Groom, the scrum half, scuttling over with a marvellous piece of scrum half play, baffling the defence with his scurrying run, going in under the sticks, and Hartman again adding the goal. That made it 12 points to 0. It looked as though Britain were perhaps going to score at will whenever they wanted to move the ball out wide, but it wasn't to be. Twice again they had chances, but each time the passing perhaps letting them down, the long passes going to ground rather than to hand. And those chances were lost. And then with 3 minutes to the half-time whistle, when we least expected it, Daniel Granigon forced his way over from close in. The referee took a long time to make his decision, eventually deciding it was a try, pointing to the exact spot where the ball was put down. All 13 French players back on the field, anxious to get on with the game. They've made one substitution, Philippe Morgue. Toulouse player has come on, not quite clear yet as to who is replaced. Still, we await Great Britain's arrival. Eventually they come onto the pitch on the far side. No doubt their coach, Mike Pennystone, will have fired them up at half-time. He knows that they have a chance tonight of a rare Britain victory. So, Britain about to restart the second half. 40 minutes that should be very interesting indeed. Away we go for the second half. France this time who take possession. Made 2 substitutions actually, apart from Morgue. They've also brought on Frank, who's also a Toulouse player. Great Britain keeping faith, I think, with the 13 who started the match. Calverley tested again with a big high ball, but again he proves himself equal to it. Little sidestep inside. Driving run by Andrew Sinclair. as the snow begins to fall at Thrum Hall. It's a testing kick, and one that finds Fourcade wanting, manages to turn well and retrieve the situation, but Britain pushing France back towards their own 25. And if they continue the tremendous tackling that they've shown all night, then France won't make very much ground from the next 3 or 4 tackles. And in fact they lose the ball. Britain back in possession, so a chance early in the second half for them to stretch that lead again, trying to break. Away it comes now to the right, thrown well, but Mark Richardson fumbling a very difficult pass over his shoulder. France now. Humber tackled well, big player, but easily dealt with. This is Grandguillaume, the scorer of France's only try so far. Ball's back again, it's going to be another kick forward. Again, Calverley with his eye on the ball, lets it bounce over his head though. Jamie Woodward collects. Both sides though tackling very well at the start of this second half. That's well worked by Great Britain. It's still alive. Mark Richardson, I think, doing very, very well there for Great Britain. It was in fact Mark Calverley who made that little break, but it's France now back with possession. Fabre moves up to acting half-back, ferreted around behind the French pack. Looks a player with tremendous talent. Away it goes again now. France looking good when they move the ball, but they've dropped it. Here's Mark Calverley, throws it out well to his centre partner. Mark Richardson. Richardson held in the tackle by Grandguillaume. And Britain decide to run it quickly, perhaps catching France unawares, but they've caught themselves unawares because that passing leaving a lot to be desired. Situation recovered well though. Still Great Britain with the ball, pressing hard, looking for a chink in the French armour. Taken from the blind from acting half-back. That's a dangerous kick, but taken almost very well. Once again, the ball goes to ground. Substitution made for Great Britain. Jamie Hassard, I believe, from Leeds Polytechnic. Britain now moving it towards the left, but cut inside. Hassad, first touch of the ball, pushes forward, taking 2 or 3 French defenders with him, but only for 5 yards or so. Britain no. Trying to penetrate that defence on the left-hand side. They can't do it though. They'll have to switch it back to the middle this time. Hassad, bursting forward again, tries to get it away in the tackle, but the French have him wrapped up. Looking for a little sprite of imagination to crack open the French defence. Bang in front of the sticks, 15, 20 yards away. It's going to be a drop goal attempt, but again it's poor. The second drop goal attempt of the evening, and neither have looked in any danger of going over. So it'll be a tap on the 25 for France. Be relieved to have got over that moment of pressure from Great Britain. Again, a player more anxious to beat his man than actually collect the ball, and as a result it goes to ground. Britain back with it. This is dangerous, but well taken by the Frenchman. Bernard Long. Calverley with his eye on the ball, takes it well again. Moving towards the right. The good, promising run by Calverley, gets it away. Had a very strong game tonight, Mark Calverley, taken a couple of knocks, but he's been a very brave tackler, a very strong forward runner.
Get bloody knees out.
Britain looking for a way through up the middle to get it away, but again the ball is lost. Well, neither coach will be pleased with the amount of possession that has been lost, even taking into account the conditions. Perhaps a little over eagerness on occasions. As France win the ball, move it to the right. Groom feeds, he's going to take the ball at the back of the scrum as well, but wrapped up very quickly by the French scrum half, Fabry. Again, handling. Britain though, still with the ball. Hassad. Britain pushed tentatively towards that French 25 without making any real threats so far. French tackling has held out very well so far, has indeed, as the British tackling. It's going to be a kick to touch, and it's going to find touch as well. Very good kick indeed from Russell Hensley. Referee not happy with the scrum, wants it back to where it should have originally been. This time it's away. Referee deciding that Groom knocked on behind the scrum, and so we'll have to start it all over again. This time France put in, and France come away with the ball. Fabre, though, quickly wrapped up around the base of that scrum, making very little progress. Fabre again at acting halfback, looking to get his forwards running off him. Pattern of both sides at this present time is that the ball is very rarely going beyond 2 passes, and yet when both sides have decided to move it about, they've looked very dangerous indeed. So perhaps we'll see them throwing that ball about a lot more as this second half wears on. We've had 13 minutes though since the interval. It's still 12-6 to Great Britain. Ballou's kick to touch, a very good, strong kick, but not quite making it. Colin Atkinson just getting a hand to that, rather Jamie Woodward just getting a hand to that, and so it'll be a scrum down. Ballou will be a little annoyed with himself there. France though come away with possession. Good strong running play by France. It's a dashing run on the right hand side. Britain cover just in time though. This looks dangerous. Moore throws it inside. There's French players queuing up for possession. But again, that ball is knocked forward. Again, just when you think that a little bit of danger is creeping in, the ball is put to ground. Referee finally happy with it. Great Britain come away with it. Groom wrapped up quickly. Little bit of indecisiveness from the acting halfback, but the referee deciding the French were offside, and so a penalty for Great Britain. That's a good kick to touch. Very good kick indeed. Again, we're made to wait for the ball to be brought back. Eventually it is. Hazard, looking like a very powerful runner, but stopped on each occasion he's burst forward at that French defence so far. This is looking promising now for Great Britain. It's still moved well. And it's still Great Britain in possession, breaking towards that line. But the pass astray, and the danger is past again.
Get on with it!
Fourcade a little unhappy about what went on in that tackle, but the referee having nothing of it. France desperately eager to break down this British defence, to get back on level terms, but there's been very little sign of them doing that so far. Certainly coach Mike Pennystone can be very happy indeed by the way Great Britain have tackled, although he won't be exactly overjoyed by the way they've handled the ball so far this evening. That time though it went backwards, decides the referee. There's Atkinson breaking the Halifax 18 player. Cuts back inside. Oh, there's a gap in the middle there. This is a marvellous run. Hardman, though, eventually stopped just outside the 25. It goes across, though, to his wingman, Jamie Woodward. That's a nice chip forward, but the full-back in good position to drop on the ball and make it safe. French players a little ragged in their support play. There's certainly no raggedness about Britain's tackling. Joseph with his kick forward. Superbly taken by Jamie Woodward, though. Hazard stopped on the 25-yard line. Great Britain now waiting to pounce, looking for the gap in this French defence, looking for the try that would surely win them the game perhaps at this stage. But the French out quickly to make their tackles and make them count. This is a sixth tackle coming up. Britain now, just one tackle left. Looking for some inspiration. That's a beautiful pass, and that's going to be a try! Oh, what a magnificent try that was for Great Britain. Took the ball just inside the 25 and really there was no stopping Mark Calverley there. Surging through with absolute determination. Alan Hardman, rather. My apologies to Alan Hardman. A try of immense quality. The moment he took possession of the ball, you could quite clearly see that he was going to score, that no one was going to stop him. He records the second try of the match, and a very important try it could prove to be. 20 minutes we've played in this second half. The way Great Britain have tackled so far, you can see very little chance of France rescuing the victory. Hardman then prepares to kick what would be his third success out of 3 attempts if he can plant it between the sticks. This, though, the most difficult of the 3 so far. Settles himself, but pulls it across the face of the goal. But he'll still be very pleased with that tremendous try he scored. So 61 minutes gone. Great Britain lead by 16 points to 6, and surely now on their way to victory if they can continue to tackle as well as they've tackled so far.
Go on, lad, get it.
Oh, that's a clever kick. If I'm going to say a clever kick if Colin Atkinson had been a little further upfield, but even so, he gets there quickly to make a very solid tackle indeed, and his opposite number, Cyril Pons, certainly aware that he was involved in a tackle there. It's not for the first time this evening we see France in possession, but going backwards in the face of Britain's strong tackling. Making absolutely no ground whatsoever. Really are, it's like running into a brick wall at the moment. And this time they rely on the boot to gain a little yardage. But Calverley takes possession, puts it inside to Jamie Woodward. So Great Britain with the ball just inside their own half, but hoping to manufacture the break that could lead to try number 4. Cut inside, that's a nice ball. Good movement now from Great Britain. They're still moving well. Another high kick, this time Atkinson a little flatter. France then back deep in their own half. Just the place that Great Britain want them. A long pass. That's good play though.
Number 5 again.
France then everything to play for at the moment. Granguillon. 6th tackle coming up. Poor ball, and bravely diving in for possession, Great Britain. He's got Atkinson outside him. Atkinson cutting inside. His speed take him away almost from the cover. But Great Britain no, certainly with the momentum, still moving the ball. This French defence looking a little suspect when pressure's applied. Britain though perhaps losing their way a little at the moment. That fluid rugby breaking back into one-man play. Another chip forward for Atkinson to chase though. France with the ball in their own 25. Some thumping tackles going in. That's Bernard Long. So Britain back on the attack, charging forward, tackle just inside the 25, 15 yards to that line. The French defence, though, aren't going to fall succor to that ploy. Again, the French defence holding tight as Britain press. Try now surely would kill the game in their favour. They're keeping the ball alive well, but not quite able to stretch this French defence to its limit again. And move it out to the right. Surely now this must be a try. It is indeed for the fullback Mark Culverley. And that's a try he so richly deserves. He's put up one of the performances of the night so far tonight. And he's crowned it with a good try too. Yes, 67 minutes gone then. And in the space of 7 minutes, Great Britain have turned a 6-point lead into a 14-point lead, and this could stretch that lead still further. Hardman on his natural side again, just manages it to curl it in past the post, and so Great Britain go into a 22 points to 6 lead.
22, France 6.
That kick by Alan Hardman, his third success of the evening. 2 tries for him as well. As France restart the game. Britain surging forward. They grow ever stronger as the minutes tick by. French team more than a little subdued. 22 points to 6 down, and surely their cause lost. But anxious to keep that ball moving again. And that injury on the far side, obviously quite serious. The referee stopping play. 2 French players very concerned for their colleagues' health. One or 2 concerned French players there, certainly. Physiotherapist is also on. Not sure who the player is who's on the floor, but looking in a very bad way indeed. Having said that, he manages to pick himself up off the floor and looks as though he'll continue the match. With his side, France, in possession. The referee about to restart play. He does indeed. Ball quickly taken. Flicked outside. Bernard Long requiring the attention of 3 Great Britain players. He eventually loses the ball. Atkinson takes it at acting halfback but fumbles it. France make a substitution, Pascal Momé coming on. And limping off is right winger Norbert Foucard. Great Britain win the ball. Nice little run around between scrum half and half-back that puts Great Britain with a man overlap, but good tackle there from France. Britain still moving forward though. Neat little pass inside. Well, so often typical of French sides is their capitulation when they find themselves behind and only minutes to go, but it looks as though this French side is very well drilled indeed, showing a great degree of application despite the fact that their course seems lost. Britain back with the ball, taken from acting halfback, dragged to the floor. It's Britain again looking for another try. And quickly from acting halfback, the ball whipped across. It's still moving. But as snowflakes flutter around, it's put to ground again. Right from the first minute, this Great Britain defence has shown little signs of easing up, and that's still the case. Calverley does well to evade the attentions of two French players, but eventually tackled by a third. As Great Britain moving forward with some force now, and this is a good break for them, and this is going to be a try. Turn back inside, surely, yes. No, the referee decides it's not. But a great break there by Gerard Groom. Caught the French totally by surprise. Tackled right at the last minute. But again, another example of the flair that this Great Britain side contains. France then beginning the slow plod away from their own line. That almost invariably this evening has meant 5 tackles gaining very little ground, and the 6th tackle a big kick forward. And the way things are going, it looks as though this is going to follow that same pattern. Britain's tackling absolutely impeccable. They've scored some good tries, but surely this indeed could be another one. Is he in? Yes. Yes, it's a try for Great Britain. Mark Richardson, the scorer, making the most of a moment of indiscipline from France. They lose the ball, and Richardson quickly in. And that try that surely puts this game beyond any doubt whatsoever, if in fact it wasn't beyond any doubt before. Signals 3 Great Britain substitutions all coming on. Steve Callow from Fulham, Simon Hawkin from Bradford A team, and Tim Parkin, another of the Sheffield University players, will come on to get their experience of student international rugby. And a marvellous kick by Alan Hardman, but so cruelly hits the crossbar. But despite that, Great Britain looking very safe indeed.
Great Britain 26 pounds 6.
2 or 3 minutes left to play. The short kick, again, not quite coming off for the French. Good surging run. And Great Britain again breaking on the left. This could be try number 5. In fact, it is. Great Britain sealing this game with perhaps the most attractive try so far tonight. Alan Hardman, the scorer, his hat-trick. And what a proud player he'll be this evening. The only Welshman in the tide. He's scored a hat-trick. He's kicked 3 goals as well. This could be number 4. Hardman then settles himself to cap a very enjoyable evening for both him and Great Britain. Indeed he does, by slotting over the goal. 32 points to 6, Great Britain lead. A game that Britain have won now, surely, absolutely, emphatically. Proved themselves far too difficult opponents for this French team. Just a minute or so remaining of normal time. France winning possession. Ball not forward though, it'll be another scrum. I'm rather going through the motions now, really, as the final seconds tick away. Here come Britain again. Tremendous achievement though by them this evening. For so long France has held the upper hand in Student Rugby League, but Great Britain tonight putting nobody in any doubts whatsoever that they are the top dogs. Very confident before this game began that they had the beating of France, but to do it so emphatically will leave them very happy indeed. And perhaps they haven't finished yet, because this is a very promising break again. 3 British players in their eagerness diving on the ball. And the result is, though, it goes to France. French players, though, keeping their heads held high, will play till the very bitter end. Sixth tattle coming up. Calverley prepares himself for the big kick forward, but it's a little chip instead. And there, in fact, goes the final whistle. A superb performance by Great Britain, a night that they and their coaches can be well proud of. They came into this game confident of getting a victory. They did get a victory. They got it in absolute style, scoring 5 tries in the process. 6 tries, in fact, in the process, to France's 1 in reply. And surely now, Great Britain Rugby League, Student Rugby League, is in a very healthy state indeed towards the build-up for those student games, Student World Cup this summer. Final score then at Thrum Hall, Great Britain 32, France 6.